So all we do is suspension and brake. We just specialise in that area, so that's the stuff that we look after and that's the stuff that we specialise in.
G'day guys, Will from GameFace here. Thanks to Petter Suspension and Brakes in the post-game with a man who's played his final game here at his home club, Chris Bryan, mate. It must be an emotional time for you.
Yeah, it was, mate. It's you know, I knew this year was going to be my last. You know, I was going to announce it next week, probably, you know, to the group, you know, leading into finals, because we'd had sewn up the final spot. But it sort of hit me during the week that this is going to be the last time I'm going to play here, you know, and it's been a special spot. You know, I've grown up here, played all my junior footy here. You know, I've absolutely loved, you know, every time I drive in the gates, you know what I mean? It gives me that feeling, you know, that sense of belonging. So it's, yeah, it was pretty emotional before the game, and, you know, to play such a good game of footy that it was out there today, and obviously to get the win. Just capped that chapter off, and you know, now we put our focus towards finals.
Well, we'll talk about that game just for a second. It was a bloody hard-fought battle. You must be a little bit sore, but the boys could get it done for you. It was a cracking finish.
Yeah, look, I'm super proud of the guys. You know, we knew coming in that spring had been hot since last time we played them, and obviously we got hold of them then. So we knew they'd been playing well. We pride ourselves on playing really well here, so we knew it was going to be a great contest. You know, the top spot was on the line, but it sort of, during the game, it sort of didn't come up, you know what I mean? It was just about getting the 4 points in the end, and what happens now, it happens, you know, it's set in stone. But yeah, we just really wanted to get the win, and you know, I appreciate all the boys' efforts. You know, they knew it was pretty special for me. Run out with my kids before the game, and you know what we did on the field today, it was really good.
No, fantastic. And what's next for Chris Bryan?
It's actually, I'm going to win. We're going to play finals. You know, hopefully that lasts longer than what we have in the past, and then once footy's done, we've got plans. We're selling the house and we're buying a caravan. We're taking the kids out of school, and we're going to travel Australia. So, you know, footy's been a massive part of my life for a long time. You know, my wife, my family have, you know, they've supported me. You know, they're all here today. So now it's time to, you know, give back to the family a little bit. You know, invest in their sports, and once we've travelled, we'll come back and we'll settle down, and you know, it'll just be a great day.
Yeah, fantastic. I think you already are, mate. Every time I come down here after a game, win, lose or draw, doesn't matter if your leg's falling off, you're always having a kick with the little fellas at the end of it. So it's obviously pretty important to you. But you've had an incredible career, mate. Not only here at Keysy, but off at the higher levels and stateside as well. So must be nice to sort of round that out by coming back to Keysborough, having one last crack at it, and obviously finishing it up where, well, home's where the heart is, isn't it? Yeah,
absolutely, mate. It's you know, my ever goal growing up was to play senior footy here. You know, and I did that. You know, it's a long time ago now, 1999. So that was my goal growing up. You know, I never want to do anything bigger, and fortunately enough, I worked hard on it and I made it. And you know, I was super proud of, you know, what I've achieved. But there was always something, you know, burning in there that was, you know, Keysborough. So Keysborough through and through. I'll definitely be wearing my Keysy shirt wherever I am, and super proud of, you know, being part of this club.
Yeah, absolutely. I think your old man was a premiership player down here, and you guys are tracking pretty nicely. Second on the ladder, final series coming up. It'd be really nice to see you guys, you know, round it out. Obviously your career with a premiership, you're pretty well placed to do that, so hopefully that's the case.
Yeah, definitely, mate. It's you know, when we got back from the States, you know, and I coached here a few years back, it was, you know, all the individual awards and what I'd done, it sort of wasn't in my focus. There's the honour board inside, and there's a little asterisk next to 1976, and you know, Dad played in that premiership side, and that's been, you know, obviously my major focus. So I just want to get that asterisk on the board. My name's up there, fortunately, but you know, I'm chasing that asterisk. So hopefully the boys, you know, we have a good finals campaign, and you know, hopefully we can get it done, and you know, that would obviously cap it off. It'll complete me, but it's not going to define what I've done here. It's such a special place.
Very well said, mate. Well, you've had one of the most glittering careers at all levels, mate. So it's been a fantastic journey, and there's still a little bit more to come. Hopefully there's one more left in it, and touch wood, you can have the fairy tale finish, mate. So thanks for joining me, mate, and best of luck for the remaining couple of games.
Good on you, mate. Hopefully there's a few more to go. Appreciate it.
Touch wood. Well done.
Get your game face on.